Today we're doing something a little bit different. We've decided to work on some short form content we can put out on weeks that we're too busy to get the long form video out. So our longer reviews, if it's not ready, we can put out something else so that there's at least still some content coming your way. Also, I think that this will be interesting to some people and will allow me to highlight some movies that maybe I'm not ready to do a long-form discussion about yet. Anyway, our first film we're going to talk about, we're going to do an unboxing style video, I guess, for this movie, which is The Housemaid, directed by Kim Gi-young, one of my favorite Korean directors. Housemaid has been restored and released by the Korean Film Archive, so you can actually see it is the first one of their releases. I have some of their other releases as well. I'm quite fond of the stuff that they put out because often you don't get to see these kind of classic movies, and there was less of an attitude of preserving these movies in the past. So a lot of old classic Korean movies, or old, even not classic Korean movies, have kind of disappeared. They've been lost. So I'm very fond of the mission that the Korean Film Archive has to release and restore these classic films. It's very fascinating to see Korea back in the old time, like years before I was born. Very enlightening. I'm quite fond of these older movies. So anyway, let's take a look at the movie itself. So I love this cover art. It's very, very striking using the hanja. I already pointed out that it's #1 of the Korean Film Archive's Blu-ray collection. And then we've got this image on the back. So the special features contains a discussion with Martin Scorsese. Martin Scorsese is also a fan of this movie, as well as commentary from Park Chan-wook, who is one of the more famous Korean directors, having done Old Boy and stuff like that, as well as a film critic, Lee Dong-jin, who I'm not terribly familiar with personally. And then there's also a special feature talking about the director, Kim Gi-young, as well as 2 of Kim Gi-young's very early shorter films. One is The Box of Death, and the other one is I Am a Truck, which is 79 minutes and 18 minutes respectively. It also includes subtitles for Korean, English, French, and Japanese. It is also all region. So if you're a collector and interested in something like this, Korean Film Archives sells these. Then inside the box we have the disc itself. So it actually has reversible cover art. So you saw, I believe this one is not the default. I believe this is the alternate, and this is the one it's originally packaged in. Additionally, we have this book about the movie and about the director. In here we've got some nice essays about the film. So in the front part we've got cast and crew and synopsis and the awards that it won, the biography and filmography of the director. For people who don't speak Korean, in the back is the same content but in English. So that's a nice feature, and it's got some nice stills from the movie throughout the book and pictures of adverts and things like that. Very nice little companion to the film. So that's everything included in the Blu-ray for Housemaid. It's quite a nice little set. I like the artwork that they've done for it. It reminds me of Criterion or Arrow's releases. A lot of Korean Blu-ray releases are quite high quality and quite nice, although they are more expensive than Blu-rays are in the United States. I will probably cover some of the other Film Archive Blu-rays later because I do have a number of them. And I always pre-order them as soon as they're announced because I'm quite a fan of the collection. If you have not seen the movie Housemaid, I highly recommend it. I don't believe that that movie is on the Korean Film Archive's YouTube channel. However, they do have Hwanya, which is Woman of Fire, which is actually a kind of remake or reimagining of Housemaid, starring Yoon Ye-jung, who is a fantastic actress and one of my favorite actresses of the era. She's still a fantastic actress as well, and a very interesting woman. I'm pretty sure that the movie was not widely released outside of Korea. The remake that was made by a different director and is definitely not as good. It was released abroad as The Housemaid. I can't remember the year that came out. The original is definitely the best. I think it was in a special box set from Criterion that was films restored by Martin Scorsese or Martin Scorsese's picks or something like that. I believe it was included in one of those sets, but they are not easy to get, so the movie's relatively uncommon in the West, but I definitely recommend people checking it out if you ever get an opportunity. It's a great movie. So that's all I have to say about the Housemaid Blu-ray release. Please like and subscribe. If you enjoyed watching this unboxing style video, please drop a comment down below and we might do more of these if it's popular. Otherwise, I'm just going to do it when I'm excited about something new I've received, or we've got a week that's too busy to get a normal review out. Well, hopefully we'll see you on the channel next time. This is James Webb. See ya.